Stage 2, creating the progressive die, is the strip layout. So let's click on strip layout design. Let's give it a name. Bring in our blank or blanks. These do not have to be identical, they can be unique. Let's go to the parameters of the strip and let's take a look at the properties on the left. Left to right, right to left for a progression direction. Our parameters, material, angle, so on and so forth. As you'll see here we also have an optimize. Currently our yield is 0.39. Let's go through here. Let's add a couple parameters for minimum material and optimize. So very quickly it will go through and try to fit the best situation for the material usage. As we scroll up here you can see now that we can round off these numbers very easily. We can also modify them at will. So I might want to update these. And now we're at 55. We may want to tell that we need approximately 9 stations, and 4 will be piercing and 4 will be bending. These are just jump starts, they're not required. This puts into play what features already exist in it, and then we can adjust it as we go. With that completed, we have our strip laid out. You can see that very quickly it was laid out according to some simple parameters. Small piercings first, outer bends first, and then we can rearrange these at will. For instance, if we don't like where this bend is occurring, station 6, bend 3, we can inactivate it. As we zoom back out you see that 7, 8, and 9 are all updated. So what that goes to is the unprocessed features. So now bending 3 we may want to reactivate by dragging and dropping it to another station. I'm going to drag it back to 6 and it updates 7, 8, and 9. So very quick, process orientated, and the modeling is being handled by SolidWorks. The next stage might be to turn on our embossing features, and we want to put those in station 5. So that's pretty simple to do. Just select the two and they activate in station 5. How about some notching? So let's go to the view that we want to work from, and to get to the notching feature we just select the right mouse button and utilize SolidWorks sketch tools such as some point tools, arcs, lines, splines, whatever tools that you need. You're utilizing the standard SolidWorks toolkit. Dimensions, put some smart dimensions on. So let's say we want an offset material of 2 always, and we want an offset from the bottom of the same. We'd like a offset for some undercut of 1, and finally let's just make sure that these two are always the same. Now we step over to the quick press enhancement tools for sketching. So we have this tool called Quick Sketch, which will take anything inside of this rectangle and trim it up and add the necessary geometry that exists between these two stations. So very quickly we have a complex notch. Let's zoom up on a corner here and talk about some of the other enhancement tools. One's called corner treatment. Corner treatment allows us to simply pick a line and it automatically puts that arc and the trimming process with the dimensions all at once. Let's do that one more time. Do it down below here. Just do a rectangular one and we'll use the same sizes. Click on that edge, automatically extends, trims, whatever it has to do, making that sketching process very easy. Okay, we have our basic notch completed, and now what we can do is we can activate that. Say that we want to put it in station 3. Okay, obviously that's not what we need, so let's inactivate that and let's split it up. So we just go to that feature and say split. Go back to that view, draw some carrier lines in. This is standard SolidWorks sketching tools. And we can throw some dimensions in to be a little bit more accurate. Once again, going back to here, and let's pick up that edge. Let's make that 0.5. Looks good. Go to that edge, to that edge, 0.5, and very similar here. Okay. Once we have our dimensions in, we complete the process by telling it if I want any undercut automatically added to these notchings. So in this case I'm going to skip it, but you can also see that you can add corner features at the same time. Okay, so we have multiple notches now that we can activate just by selecting and hit the right mouse button, or we can use the menu picks on the left. So you could just tell it one by one, where do I want that? I might want that in station 5. If that's not where you want it, you can just tell it where you want it. So just pick it, and you can say apply to and pick the station.